You've already completed tutorial 1, 2 and 3 at this point. Now I'm going to show you how to create a button from scratch and also apply an exit code, so at any time you can stop the flash playing. To do so, I'm going to insert a new button, so it's a new symbol, btn underscore, and I'm going to call this one close, but you can call it whatever you like. That's the center of the page. I want to have some text, so I need to create a text layer. I want a foreground layer, and I want a background layer. If you want to move things up or down, because the higher they are, the more priority they have, you do so. So I'm going to insert a shape. In this case, I want to have a black background. Try and position it centrally. I want to have a red foreground. Obviously your button would be slightly better. And I want to have some text at the front, which is going to be black, so I can see it on top of the red. And I'm just going to make sure the size of it is enough that I can see it as well. And position it like so. What that basically means now is that whenever I go on the page, the button will look like so. However, when I hover over it, I want it to animate slightly. So insert keyframe. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to invert the colours. So if it's black, it's now red. If it's red, it's now black. And the font, I want it to be red in this instance. When I go down on the button, all I'm going to do in this case, I'm just going to change the font to white, just so you can see what it would look like. So that's my button that I've created there. So all I'm going to do now is go to my library, make sure I've selected the layer that I want it to close on, and drag and drop it wherever you want it to be located, like so. So if I just press Ctrl Enter, let's have a look at it. So you'll see when I hit it, and it does that. This is where you need to apply the code. So let's call the button exit. So btn underscore exit, remember to hit enter. So it applies the name on that scene to that button. Wherever that button appears to start, in this case frame number 1, this is where I need to apply the code, and it is as followed. fs command is basically a way for Flash to listen and to kind of understand the code that you're going to ask it to do, which in this case is quit. So there's where I've named my button quit. I will check it in a second. It's listening for an event, in this case a mouse click, and a function that I'm creating called close app. This is where I'm defining the close app function. Make sure it's case sensitive. Void basically means there's no logical order for it to happen in, and the command is to quit. So let's highlight all of that. Make sure my button name corresponds, btn underscore quit. In this case, I need to change that to quit. Click on there, press F9 and enter my code in like so. If you run that in Flash, have a look at it, that should work.